This video is based on English subject, make for class high school students for the academic year 2024 to 2025. The paper is divided into two main parts, Part A and Part B, with a total duration of 3 hours and 15 minutes and a maximum score of 70 marks. The paper begins with general instructions, emphasizing that all questions are compulsory and that the first 15 minutes are allotted for reading the question paper. Part A consists of 20 multiple-choice questions, each carrying 1 mark, while Part B includes descriptive-type questions. Part A of the question paper is further divided into several sections, each focusing on different aspects of the English language, including comprehension, grammar, and literature. The first section, questions 1 to 3, is based on a passage that discusses the concept of extremes, drawing parallels between extreme positive and extreme negative situations. The passage uses examples from sound and light to illustrate how extremes can lead to similar outcomes. For instance, we cannot hear sounds that are either too low or too high in pitch, just as we cannot see light vibrations that are too slow or too rapid. The passage also touches on the idea of resistance and non-resistance, comparing the actions of a weak person who cannot resist to those of a strong person who chooses not to resist. The questions following the passage test the students' understanding of the text, their ability to infer meaning, and their vocabulary skills. The next section, questions 4 to 8, focuses on grammar and sentence structure. Students are asked to choose the correct verb form, identify misspelled words, rearrange word clusters to form meaningful sentences, and select the appropriate preposition. These questions assess the students' grasp of basic grammar rules, their ability to construct coherent sentences, and their knowledge of word usage. Following this, there is a comprehension section, Q9 to 10, based on a passage about Anne Frank, a historical figure known for her diary, written during World War II. The passage describes how Anne wrote a poem that humorously depicted her relationship with her teacher, Mr. Keesing. The questions test the students' ability to interpret symbolism and understand the context of the passage. The subsequent section, questions 11 to 13, includes questions related to general knowledge and literature. Students are asked about Nelson Mandela's years in prison, the mahasir fish found in Coorg, and the character of a bus conductor from a story. These questions evaluate the students' knowledge of historical figures, geographical facts, and literary characters. The next comprehension section, questions 14 to 15, is based on an extract from a poem about a girl named Amanda. The speaker in the poem is instructing Amanda to improve her posture and behavior. The questions focus on identifying the speaker and understanding the reason behind the instructions. The final section of Part A, questions 16 to 20, includes questions related to various literary texts. Students are asked about characters like Tricky the dog, Harry Singh, Ebright, Matilda, and Bully. These questions test the students' understanding of the characters' motivations, actions, and the themes of the stories. Part B of the question paper is divided into sections on reading, writing, grammar, and literature. The reading section, question 1, is based on a passage about the Statue of Liberty, its history, and how it came to be in New York Harbor. The questions require students to answer in detail, demonstrating their comprehension skills and ability to interpret the text. The writing section, Q2, offers 2 options: writing a letter to an elder brother expressing feelings of missing him, or writing an application to the principal complaining about the irregular cleaning of water tanks in the school. This section assesses the students' ability to express themselves clearly and coherently in written form. The next writing task, Q3, requires students to write a report on a craft exhibition in their school or an article on the advantages and disadvantages of the Internet. Based on a given picture, this section evaluates the student's ability to organize information, present it logically, and use descriptive language effectively. The grammar section, Question 4 includes tasks such as changing direct speech to indirect speech, converting sentences into passive voice, punctuating sentences, and translating sentences into English. These tasks test the students' understanding of grammatical rules and their ability to apply them correctly. The literature section, questions 5 to 10, includes questions based on prescribed texts and poems. Students are asked to answer questions in 30 to 40 words or 60 words, depending on the question. The questions cover a range of topics, including the varieties of bread in Goa, the story of the young seagull, Vali's efforts to save money for a bus ticket, Lencho's anger with the post office employees, and the lessons learned by characters like Kisa Gautami and Nelson Mandela. Students are also asked to compare a tiger in the zoo to a tiger in the jungle, write lines from a prescribed poem, and explain the central idea of a poem. Additionally, there are questions about the treatment of Tricky the dog, Griffin's motivations, and the hypothetical outcomes of Matilda's actions. The final question asks students to imagine themselves as Boli, now a teacher, and write about their family, childhood, and present life. Overall, the question paper is designed to comprehensively assess the students' understanding of the English language, their ability to interpret texts, and their skills in writing and grammar. The paper covers a wide range of topics, from historical events and literary characters to grammatical rules and creative writing tasks, ensuring that students are tested on various aspects of the English curriculum. Best wishes for board exam.